Well, a new year is starting and many people have resolutions, and why not start on a healthy note? Why not make some changes or do some things to help yourself out? And joining us today, Chad Welker, he's the Associate Director of Activate Allen County, and does some tips on this. So thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we want to have a healthy start, right? There's some things that we can do to just make life a little bit healthier for ourselves.
Absolutely. You know, one of the easiest ways and simplest things that Allen County residents can do for their health in 2026 is just to maintain that connection with your healthcare provider, whether that's asking them about vaccines that you might be due for, checkups, annual checkups, even with your kids, keeping the pediatrician visits regular, not only helps with their active health, but can help with, health going forward, whether it's behavioral health, social interactions and stuff like that. The doctor can help with that.
Right. And so many times we don't even want to go see the doctor, right? I mean, even for that yearly checkup that you really need to go to.
Absolutely. And, if cost is an issue, Allen County has a ton of resources specifically geared towards low income, whether it's with Medicaid or marketplace help, we've got it.
All right. And the key is don't wait till there's something wrong. That's what we kind of do, right? Don't go to the doctor when you're sick, and go other times too.
Absolutely. Blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, mental health concerns often have no early signs. So maintaining that connection and that relationship with your healthcare provider can catch those things early, which ultimately can make it easier to treat, but then also less expensive in the long run.
Mm-hmm. And I know sometimes people say, well, it's not easy to talk to my doctor, or they blow me off or whatever. I think you should shop around then, right? Find the doctor that you're comfortable with.
Absolutely. Again, Allen County has a ton of different providers and resources available. So yes, if you do not feel comfortable with your healthcare provider, please shop around. There are many different people and organizations that will help you.
Right, exactly. And you spoke of kids. I mean, adults and kids. Vaccines. They've really become important.
Absolutely, and it's not just kid vaccines. Vaccines help children, with in the school place and maintaining child care centers and keeping them healthy. But there's also adult vaccines, whether it's COVID boosters, flu vaccines, shingles, tetanus. There's many different things that you can get on from a checkup perspective that will help you in the long run.
Right, and screening. Sometimes people don't like screenings, but you got to do those too.
Yes. Screenings ultimately help you in the long run. And that's where we want to, if you are screened early, that is the most effective way to get care efficiently.
Yeah, exactly. Mammograms, colonoscopies, all those kind of things, right?
Absolutely. There's a ton.
You've got a whole list.
I do have a list. Well, actually, so blood pressure and cholesterol,
yes.
Breast, cervical, colorectal, prostate, and diabetes and lung cancer as well. So, and the technology and research is always improving and always adapting and changing. So there are newer tests for things that weren't even 5-10 years ago nowadays. So.
Yeah, all right. And you kind of touched on this. Adults need doctors, kids need a pediatrician, right?
Absolutely. Pediatricians can help parents navigate school readiness, mental health, and ultimately social development. But what's great too about that, and I know we all know about this, but it's the sports and school paperwork that you might need. So if you need something, quickly, if you maintain, that those pediatrician visits, you can a lot of times get that paperwork easier and quicker when you need it.
Right, exactly. All right. And as you mentioned, if insurance is an issue, there are ways to help out, and we've got resources in our area, thankfully.
Absolutely. Medicaid and marketplace enrollment, our community health centers and low-cost clinics, and preventative services are often covered at no cost. And so that's where we want to push those. Get those preventable, those tests for those illnesses so that we can get them caught early.
Right, exactly. So some good steps for us to take in 2026, right?
Absolutely. So 5 easy steps that we can do is schedule a yearly checkup for every adult in your household, confirm vaccine status for both kids and adults, asking your provider what screenings you're due for this year, making sure children have an established pediatric provider, and using your local resources.
All right, great stuff. We're going to start our year out healthy. Thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.